Hello and welcome friends to 5 Minutes Engineering. In today's video, we are going to discuss and study, understand about the most commonly used, most widely used, most popularly used data structure whose name is array data structure. Through this video, I am going to share a basic idea with you about what are array data structures. With an example, with a relatable example, we have to just go back to our school days, okay, and there we can see our classrooms like class 9th, class 10th, class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Okay, I'm not so interested in drawing, so basically I've just drawn two classes. If you are interested in drawing, then you can draw it from 1 to 12th, all of them, no issues. Okay, so now let's start understanding the array data structure with the help of this real life relatable example. Now, one thing that we need to first of all know is that in the school, some students have something in common, okay, similar, same type. What do I mean by same type? What's that type? Type is nothing but the class or the standard they are studying in, okay. Like for example, some of the students are there who are studying in the class 9, standard 9, so they would be going in this room where the lectures of class 9 are conducted. Some of the students would be there who are being grouped for the same type, for the same class 10 they belong, and they would be going in this room because the lectures of the class 10s are conducted in this respective room. So this is the one thing, same type, okay, same type students you would see in the room which belongs to a particular class, particular standard. Simple thing, that's the one. Now let's try to move inside the classrooms and see what else is there. The first thing we would see is the benches. You can see these are nothing but the rectangle boxes represent the benches, okay. We all know we used to sit on that, okay. So these benches have some numbers, okay, for easy management purpose for the schools. Most of the schools give numbers to their benches. So here we can see 301, 302, 303, 304. In this way, there are the numbers given to each and every bench. That is the first thing that we are going to notice once we enter into the classroom. The second thing is that you can see these red circles. These are nothing but symbolic representations of the students that are sitting on that, and from that we can know that one student per bench is sitting up there, okay. That's the second thing. The third thing that we can notice is that here are some numbers, okay, starting from 0. What are they? These numbers are nothing but the roll numbers assigned to the students. One thing might be disturbing you, that the roll number normally starts with 1, but there is no harm starting it with 0 also. Why? Because this number 0 is also capable of uniquely identifying a student in the respective class. That is the purpose of roll number, assigning the roll numbers to the student to uniquely identify a student in the respective class, and that's what the purpose is served also. So let's assume that the roll number is starting from 0. Now you just need to observe this situation, this classroom. What we can conclude from this is the students in the class are sitting roll number wise. The sitting arrangement is done roll number wise. It starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 students in the class having a roll number wise sitting arrangement. That's what we should know about this situation. Now one thing would be coming to your mind, that what is the relation between this example and this data structure array? What is the relation? So there is a very interesting relation I would like to tell you now, that these classes are nothing but array. These are nothing but your array data structure. Yes, this classroom is nothing but an array data structure, and the students that are sitting here with the red circles, these are nothing but symbolic representations of the student. So these are nothing but the data elements, or we call them as a array elements stored in your array data structure. Simple as that. So students are nothing but the data, this classroom is nothing but the array data structure, and these bench numbers are nothing but the memory locations at which your data elements or array elements are located, okay. And then comes these numbers, roll numbers, to which we were calling 0, 1, 2, 3. These are nothing but the index. Each and every element, array element, will hold an index, by which, or with the help of this index number, we can uniquely identify, okay, or even these index numbers help us to access the elements, the array elements in the array data structure. Now if you have to visualize the array data structure, this is the simplest form that I have been mentioned it here. This way you can simply visualize the array data structure. Nothing else I have done, just took the first 10 benches, placed it here, then the next 10 benches and placed it here. This is the TRP feature of your array data structure, that all the elements, data elements, array elements are being stored in contiguous memory locations in this respective way. As you can see, what were these? 301, 302, these were nothing but the bench numbers, which are nothing but the location, memory location. Okay, and what was this roll number? These are nothing but the index in your array elements, index numbers. Okay, so this is how you can see the array data structure. Now you are able, I hope you are able to relate with the example and know more about what are array data structures. But the next question that comes into my mind is, let's say I am a programmer, okay, and I'm beginning my career in programming and I'm using a data structure like array, but how to declare that array in my program? That is one question, very basic question that I'm going to answer this now. So for that, what we need to know, for that the first thing that we need to know is the name of the array. Giving a name to an array is the most important thing, is the must thing that you should do. But one mistake that every student commits during the naming of the array is that you don't have to pick up the keywords as a name for your array. Whatever programming languages you are using, in that you are using the arrays, please consider this point in your mind before naming an array, that you don't have to consider a keyword as the name for your array. Use an identifier instead of, okay, use an identifier. And in that also some of the students make mistake that they give general names. General names like A, B, C, D, they are like lazy people. They don't, want to mention the very lengthy name for their array. They just, take a shortcut A, B, C, D, just mention the alphabets and they are done. But that is a very huge mistake that you can commit when you are writing a very lengthy program and in that you are using too many arrays, because after naming them, okay, like general names A, B, C, D, but after that you will be facing many complexity, many conflicts, because you now don't know which array contains what data, because that data you need to now use in your program, in your logic, but you don't know where that data is, in which array that data resides. You don't know, because you have given the general names, generic names. So you don't have to give the generic names, always give meaningful names. Always give meaningful names, because in your big program, wherever in your logic you want to use the data, okay, you can come to know from the meaningful names of the array that yes, the data belongs to this particular array, so I can use this data in this particular logic from that respective array by mentioning a meaningful name. That is very important thing. Okay, the next thing is that in many of the programming languages, just not the name is sufficient. You have to also mention the type. That is, let's say I am considering integer, character, anything, boolean. It can be any data type that you can store in the array, but it should be of the same type. That you have to remember. Remember, the first thing that we learned about this example is that the students are grouped based upon some similar or common things, that is, they belong to class, okay, class 9, class 10, okay, in which standard they are studying. So that is the similar thing. Here also the similar thing is mentioned before the name, like the integer. What is their type? Are they same type? If they are same type, yes, you can fill in the data into that array. That one thing you should always remember. Okay, and after that we also are interested in the size of array. What's the size of array? So that you can mention in the square brackets. Like here, the class, what is the size? 20 students. Class 20 students. So here we just mention it like 20 student, and this is your array that I have considered, okay, which have 20 array elements. These are the memory locations and it is an integer. So you can take any number like 3, 4, 6, 20, 22, 25, 34, like anything. So it is filled with integers. How many integers? 20 integer array elements are present in the array whose name you have given it, specified it here, okay, without committing those mistakes that I told you, okay, and this is nothing but the size of your array. So I hope this video has given you a basic idea of what a array data structure is. In upcoming videos, we are going to explore more amazing facts and operations on this array data structure. So friends, if you found this video informative, so do like it, and the most important thing of all is share the video with your friends. Thanks a lot friends for watching this video.